En realidad estamos aquí en una protesta pacífica porque tenemos desde el sábado en la noche haciendo cola para el combustible.
Για εξήγησε που πας, που κρύβεσαι. Έλα εδώ να μας πεις γιατί το κάνεις αυτό. Με ποιο νόμο, με ποιο νόμο. Μιλάμε για τρόπι. Σπίτι, στα χέρια τραπεζίτη. Να βγάζει ο ένας τον άλλο με το σπίτι.
This morning, Israel's prime minister urged European allies to support the president's decision. That follows a series of violent protests by Palestinians over the weekend. 4 people were killed and dozens hurt. Seth Doan is in Jerusalem, where there are fears the violence will continue. Seth, good morning.
Good morning. Hamas, the Islamic group, has issued ominous new warnings about more violence to come, and new fronts have opened in this battle beyond Israel.
Demonstrations continued around the world today, this one in Bangladesh. In Israel, police reinforcements were deployed this morning following the stabbing of an Israeli security guard at a Jerusalem bus station. At street protests, the debate has been crude. And while diplomats may not be throwing stones, the divisions over President Trump's recognition of Jerusalem are just as clear. In Brussels today, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu urged European leaders to give a yet-to-be-seen U.S. peace plan a chance.
Jerusalem has been the capital of Israel for the last 70 years. I think what President Trump has done is put facts squarely on the table.
Arab League foreign ministers over the weekend denounced Mr. Trump's decision, saying it pushed the region to more violence.
What do you think about President Trump's decision?
Well, he made the right decision. The question is, was the timing and the circumstances right?
Veteran Israeli diplomat Alon Pincus was chief of staff to 4 foreign ministers. He worries Mr. Trump's move could make this region even more volatile.
The president and some of his advisors have been talking at length about the deal of the century and the peace process to end all peace processes. I haven't seen that. It's like the Loch Ness peace process.
And now we have official confirmation from the White House that the Palestinians have pulled out of a meeting scheduled between Vice President Mike Pence and Mahmoud Abbas, the Palestinian president. That meeting is officially canceled. Nora?
Seth Doan in Jerusalem, thank you.
اعطيني اياها بالسياره من نطلع هنا اسرعنا بالسياره عندك سياره ليش سياره ليش سياره يا عم هيك يعني متلبب
واحد اثنين
شباب سيبوا الضغط.
Protesters braved lashing rain on Friday afternoon to stage a sit-in protest outside the U.S. Embassy in central Rome. Demonstrators gathered in front of the U.S. diplomatic seat for the second time in less than a week to protest Washington's decision to unilaterally recognize Jerusalem Al-Quds as Israel's capital and move its embassy from Tel Aviv to Al-Quds. The protest was organized by the Palestinian community of Rome and Lazio region.
Trump's decision is just the tip of the iceberg. The U.S. and its allies are trying to make Palestine accept a pseudo-peace deal to buy time, allowing settlers to further snatch Palestinian territories.
Protesters stressed that Al-Quds is the eternal capital of the Palestinian state. The Friday sit-in was also attended by Italian activists who vowed to stand by Palestinian people.
Some governments are driven by economic accords signed with Israel. That's how political leaders are controlled by Tel Aviv. However, here in Europe, several countries have expressed strong condemnation of Trump's outrageous decision, including Italy.
Italy, together with France, Germany, Sweden and the UK, has recently issued a joint statement voicing its opposition to President Trump's stance on Al-Quds.
People at the sit-in also expressed anger at what they called the betrayal of some Arab governments for backing Donald Trump's decision. They fear the U.S. administration's move on Jerusalem Al-Quds would spur destabilizing violence throughout the whole Middle East.
Trump is in no position to decide that Al-Quds is the capital of Israel. His recognition is useless. Al-Quds is not an American city. We do not accept the position of those governments and kingdoms that did not show up in Istanbul for the extraordinary meeting on Al-Quds. The Arab Islamic community must keep a transparent stance on the issue.
Also, the European Union Foreign Policy Chief, Federica Mogherini, reiterated the bloc's commitment to a two-state solution, noting that Europe will continue to recognize the international consensus on Al-Quds. Max Civili, Press TV, Rome.
Hari ini kami hadir di sini bersama teman-teman untuk kepedulian kami terhadap Palestina. Kami ingin Palestina merdeka. Kami juga tidak setuju bahwa Yerusalem akan dijadikan ibu kota Israel.
Ingin mendukung secara dengan gerakan gitu, dengan aksi kalau kita bersama Palestina gitu, dan kita sama sekali menolak mengenai aksinya Donald Trump yang ingin memindahkan kedubesnya ke Yerusalem.